Next one is what is the hindbrain? The last part of the what is that? Hindbrain, nothing but it is the last part of the brain. This is known as the hindbrain. This is called as a rhombencephalon. So it is containing 3 regions are there. How many regions? There are 3 regions are there. What are they? First one is cerebellum. What is that? Pons varoli and medulla oblongata. The 3 regions are there. What are the first one? Cerebellum, pons varoli, medulla oblongata. So cerebellum, pons varoli, medulla oblongata. Let's see the discussing about each and everything. First one is the hindbrain is called as a rhombencephalon. Rhombencephalon. It is located in the posterior region of the brain, or third part of the brain. Is the third part of the brain is called as a rhombencephalon. The rhombencephalon containing how many regions are there? 3 regions are there. What are they? Cerebellum, pons varoli, and medulla oblongata. So these are there. Pons varoli, cerebellum, and medulla oblongata. So the cerebellum, first one, the cerebellum containing 3 limbs, 3 lobes are there. Cerebellum containing how many lobes are there? 3 lobes are there. There are right one containing 2 lobes, the left one containing only 1 lobe. Right one containing how many? Right one containing 2 lobes and the left one containing 1 lobe. What is that? Cerebellum. The cerebellum is nothing but it is a distal, proximal part of the rhombencephalon. Proximal part of the rhombencephalon. It is can be distinguished into 3 regions. The right region containing 2 lobes and the left region containing how many lobes are there? 1 lobe is present. In the cerebellum region, in this very important for the 2 marks examination. In the cerebellum region, the dorsal region, cortex region of the brain, the cortex region of the brain containing gray matter, yes or no? Gray matter. The medullary region of the brain have a white, so the white matter. So the gray matter is completely covering of the white matter. The gray matter in the cerebellum region, the gray matter is completely covering of the white matter like a branching of the tree, like a branched like a tree, like this. The gray matter, there are more number of the branches. These branches are covering of the white matter, like a branching like a tree. So that is called as a arbora vitae. That is called as a arbora vitae. What is the arbora vitae? These are asking in the previous year for the 2 marks. What is the arbora vitae? In the cerebellum region, there is a gray matter and white matter is there. The gray matter is located in the outer surface. The white matter is located in the inner surface of the brain. So the gray matter is completely covering off white matter like a branch like a tree, branches. So that is called as a arbora vitae. Clear? What is the arbora vitae? The white matter is completely covered by the gray. What is the gray matter? Like a branching like a tree. So that is called as a gray matter. Next one is a pons varoli. The pons varoli is nothing but it is one of the bulbous like part. It is only one in number. It is look like a bulb like structure. Like this, there is a brain. This is known as a stem of the brain. The stem of the brain, there is a hindbrain, like a bulb-like structure is called as a pons varoli. We know that pons varoli. So this is called as a medulla. This is called medulla. This is called as a pons varoli. In this brain. forebrain. Okay, clear? Like this. So this is called as a pons varoli. This is known as a medulla. Pons varoli is a 1 in number. It will look like a bulb-like structure. It will look like a bulb-like structure. So very, very important information. The pons varoli, the outside surface of the pons varoli is completely covering of white matter. Very, very important. The NEET level examination they're asking most number of the times. The surface of the on surface of pons varoli is white in color. The inner surface is gray in color, gray matter. The outer surface of the pons varoli, is look like a which color? White in color. Outer surface is white in color, inner surface is green color. So it is one of the extension of the pons varoli. What is the importance of the pons varoli? What is the functions of the pons varoli? It is acts like a respiratory center. Respiratory center function. Act like a respiratory center. And a rhythmic center of the heart. And respiratory coordinatory functions done by pons varoli. What is the pons varoli? Is a one pair in number. It is a bulb-like structure. It is located in the near of the It is located in the near of the pituitary gland. So the outside of the pons varoli is a white matter. What is the inner side of the pons varoli? Look like a gray in color matter. So what is the function? It is like a respiratory center and what is the cardiac rhythmic center. Next one, the medulla oblongata. Last one is medulla oblongata. So medulla oblongata is a last part of the brain, last part of the hindbrain. So we are indicated like this. This is known as a pons varoli. This is known as a medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata. So medulla oblongata is a third part or third region of rhombencephalon. Third part of the rhombencephalon. So what I'm saying, the first and second ventricle, the two ventricles are leads into diencephalon. Third region is called diencephalon. Clear? So the third ventricle is leads into one of the region that is called as a diencephalon. So what I'm saying, the first two ventricles are there. These two ventricles are there in cerebral hemisphere. These both are leads into the cerebral hemisphere. First cerebral ventricle and second ventricle. These are both are leads into third ventricles. This third ventricle is known as the diencephalon. Diencephalon are foramen manro. The third ventricle. So third ventricle finally leads into one of the last region. The last portion is known as a, what is that? Medulla oblongata. So this medulla oblongata, third region is known as a fourth ventricle of the brain. Brain is medulla oblongata. So medulla oblongata is the fourth region. So this chamber is called as a, or the third ventricle leads into medulla oblongata. So in between of these third and fourth ventricles are connecting together one of the duct. The duct is called as the iter duct. The condition known as a iter or aqueduct of salvion, aqueducts of salvia. What I'm saying, the first and second ventricles are there in cerebral hemisphere region. Though, so these first and second ventricle have a halo nothing but paroxysm. So these both are leads into third ventricle. The third ventricle located in the diencephalon region. So when it is reaches into the diencephalon region, so that region is called as a foramen Monro. So the foramen Monro, it is finally leads into the last part of the brain, is known as the medulla oblongata. When it is third ventricle and fourth ventricle connecting together through the one of the duct. So the duct is called as iter duct or called as the aqueducts of the salvion. Aqueducts of the salvia. The duct is called as the aqueduct of the salvia. So this is the aqueduct of the salvia. Next one, this is leads into SFC, or what is that? Leads into spinal region. Leads into spinal region. What is it? Is producing of CSF. One is cerebral spinal fluid. So the cerebral spinal fluid is finally leads into what is the spinal region. What is the functions of what is the medulla oblongata? It is act like a, what is a respiratory, is also act like a respiratory center and a rhythmic center of the heart. It is a homeostasis, regulating homeostatic, and what is that? Thrusty, controlled by the involuntary actions, regulation of the blood pressure. And very, very important. So what are they? So there is a containing a diencephalon. Diencephalon there is in a forebrain. Diencephalon, pons varoli, medulla oblongata, and what is cerebral? What is the cerebellum? So these four are together to form brain. What is the brain stem? What I am saying? Diencephalon, the extension of the diencephalon, cerebellum, pons varoli, and medulla oblongata. These four are together. The extension, nothing but the four are extension posterior to formation form stem. Which stem? Brain stem. So this brain stem finally connect with spinal cord. So the what is that? Diencephalon, cerebellum. Very, very important. Right. Which one is useful for the formation of the brain stem? There is an involvement of the diencephalon, cerebellum, pons varoli, and medulla oblongata. These four are together to form brain stem. So brain stem finally leads into spinal cord, connects into spinal cord. And very, very important information about this one. The cerebellum. What is cerebellum? Exception of diencephalon, cerebellum, pons varoli, and medulla oblongata. Very important. Note down, everyone. What is that? First one is cerebellum, pons varoli, pons varoli. Third one is medulla oblongata. These three are the surface of these three organs have white matter. The inner surface is covered by the gray matter. These three are outer surface of these three organs covered by white matter. Covered by the white matter. The inner surface is covered by gray matter. Completely different from compare with the remaining what is the proencephalon and mesencephalon. The diencephalon, what is that? The cerebellum, nothing but the hind brain. cerebellum, pons varoli, and medulla oblongata. These three are outer surface is look like a white in color, inner surface is look like a gray in color. Nothing but white matter is appears in the outside of the brain, outside of these three organs. The remaining inner surface is completely gray in color. So this is the what is that information about the forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. What are they? What is that? The brain is completely distinguished into how many regions are there? 3 regions are there. What are they? First one, the forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. What are they? First one, the forebrain containing what? Which parts are there? Olfactory lobes are there. Second one, olfactory lobes and cerebral hemisphere and diencephalon is there. Very, very important, Arbora vitae. Where is that Arbora vitae? Arbora vitae there in cerebellum region. The very, very important in examination for the what is that Arbora vitae? The Arbora vitae is nothing but the cerebellum is containing 3 lobes are there. Cerebellum containing how many 3 lobes are there? The right lobe is 2. The right one is 2 lobes. Left one is 1 lobe. Clear? So these lobes are covered by nothing but this cortex is completely the cortex is gray matter and medulla is white matter. So the white matter of the medulla is covered by the tree-like cortex. That is called as Arbora vitae. Next one, what is the pons varoli? The pons varoli is nothing but it is commonly known as a pons. So it is look like one of the bulb-like structure. It's a bulb-like pot. So it is completely outer surface of this pons varoli is look like a white in color. The inner surface, the medulla region, completely gray in color. It's a completely difference remaining all what is that regions. So it is act like a one of the act like a thermoreceptor and what is the respiratory rhythmic center, and what rhythmic center of the heart. The next one is the medulla oblongata, is the third part of the rhambencephalon or nothing but the hindbrain. So in this region, what are they? The cerebral hemispheres of the prosencephalon, they containing 2 seals are nothing but the paraseals are there. These 2 paraseals are connected together in the one of the junction. So the junction leads into third ventricle. The third ventricle is known as a foramen Monro. The foramen Monro is finally leads into which region? Hindbrain of the medulla oblongata. In the medulla oblongata containing one of the bulb-like pot. The bulb-like pot is connecting what are the diencephalon and bulb-like pot connect with one of the common duct. The common duct is called as a iter or known as the aqueduct of the salvion. Aqueduct of the salvion, important term. Aqueduct of the salvion are commonly known as the iter. Clear? So this aqueduct of the salvion is finally leads into medulla oblongata. So the medulla oblongata finally leads into the spinal. What is the stem cord to stem brain of stem brain. Next one leads into the spinal cord. So the spinal fluid is useful for the mechanical actions of the spinal region. Next one, very, very important, the diencephalon, cerebellum, pons varoli, and medulla oblongata. These 4 are together. To form. What is the brain stem? The 4 are together to form nothing but extension. The leads into form together to form one of the part that is called as the brain stem. So next one, the very, very important is on the cerebellum, pons varoli, and medulla oblongata. These three are completely different from the remaining all regions. Why? Because the all regions of the brain, the outer surface is completely covering of the gray matter that is called as cerebral cortex. Cerebral cortex is gray in color. Cerebral medulla is white in color. But it is one of the exception. So they in these 3 regions are the outer surface is white in color, inner surface is gray in color. Outer surface is white in color, inner surface is gray in color. So this is the one of the exception of these 3 parts. So exception of 3 parts means nothing but hind brain is completely cerebellum, pons varoli and medulla oblongata is look like a white in color. The inner surface is look like a brown in color. So this is the information about the structure of the brain. Clear?